We just got so much news on WWE 2K26, and I'm here to break down everything that came out today. From gameplay features, roster additions, what comes in each edition of the game, pre-order bonuses, 30 plus screenshots, entrances. If you have a question about the game, I guarantee I answer it in this video. But before we get into all the details, including when the gameplay trailer is going to get released, if you like wrestling content like this, I post it almost every day on this channel, so subscribe if you like that. And leave a like on the videos, it helps the channel grow. Starting off, we did get confirmation of CM Punk on the cover. Yes, this was leaked a couple days ago, but the official confirmation is out there. It is true. Along with the gameplay trailer, that's going to be revealed on the 31st. So tomorrow at the Royal Rumble, I'll have that video posted on the channel whenever it drops, so stay tuned for that. Now, getting into all the details, I want to shout out SmackDown Hotel for this website. They put all the details together, and I have all the screenshots afterwards, so be tuned for that. The official release date for the standard edition is going to be March 13th, but if you get any of the special editions, the King of Kings, Attitude Era, or Monday Night War, that's going to get you a week early access on March 6th, and that's not all you get in that, so I'll get that in just a second. But that's going to be the official release date. Now, they're boasting here that's going to be the 26th installment in the long-running series, and that we have over 400 plus superstars and legends on the base roster. You have new matches like I Quit, Inferno, Dumpster, you have the Island, you have a CM Punk showcase mode, which is huge, and all this stuff is My Rise, My GM, My Faction. So there's a lot of stuff coming out, but I want to get into the actual editions of the game. Like I said, Standard, King of Kings, Attitude Era, and Monday Night War. What comes in each one, exactly where you're getting each one, and how much they're going to cost. So the pre-order bonus is going to be Joe Hendry. You're going to get Joe Hendry, you're going to get a My Faction card, you're going to get a Joe Hendry shirt cosmetic item, and a spin around for the Island emote. So Joe Hendry comes to any version, Standard, Deluxe, any of it. If you pre-order it before, I think like February 28th, you're going to get Joe Hendry for absolutely free, and I think it's awesome. I love Joe Hendry. Who doesn't love Joe Hendry? We all believe in him. So just pre-ordering to get an additional character like that, I think it's awesome. They could have easily sold him as DLC, so I'm very excited for that. Standard edition, like I said, it's gonna be both physical and digital. It's gonna be $69.99 if you're in the United States. You get the base game, and then of course you can pre-order to get Joe Hendry and then everything like that. So that's it for the standard edition. You just get it on March 13th. You get, if you pre-order Joe Hendry and just the game. That is it. Going up to the next year of the King of Kings Deluxe Edition with Triple H on the cover. This is going to run you $99.99, so $100. You get it 1 week early on March 6th. And you're going to get the base game, Ringside Pass Premium Season 1. I'm going to get into the Ringside Passes a little bit later in the video. That's going to be like their battle pass they're adding to the game. Gone are the DLC packs. They're going to have Ringside Passes, and they're going to be up to 6 of them, so stay tuned till I talk about that. You're going to get 32,500 virtual currency. This is used for like the Island characters to help like build your stuff. I didn't really play the Island. I didn't like it too much, but you'll get 32,500 VC for that. Plus, again, you pre-order get Joe Hendry. Now, the King of Kings Edition pack, which is exclusive to just the King of Editions and anything above that. So if you get the Attitude Era, you're going to get anything in the King of Kings and below. So you're going to get playable superstars of Triple H in 98 and Stephanie McMahon in 2000. Plus, you're getting an Island emote of Triple H's signature taunt. So that's $100 there. You get the Ringside Pass. You get 1 season battle pass plus some VC and then 2 characters. It's pretty cool. I want to have Triple H. I want to have Stephanie McMahon. So I'll be at least getting this one. Now, the Attitude Era Edition, which I think has the coolest cover, I love that cover, is going to be $30 more after that. It's $130, and it's going to give you, again, the early access 1 week as well. I do want to point out that King of Kings and beyond, so King of Kings, Attitude Era, Monday Night War, only digital, no physical copies of any of that. But you're going to get on a week early, $130. You get, your base game. You're going to get the season passes through season 1 through 4. So 4 season passes, still that 32,000 VC. The Superstar Mega Boost is going to give you 200 points for your My Superstar, for your My Rise. It's like your campaign mode. You create a character, level him up. So some early ways to level him up, plus an additional 100,000 virtual currency. So it's going to give about 132,000, because that's 32,000 from King of Kings, 100,000 from the Superstar Mega Boost. Yes, Joe Hendry for the pre-order, the King of Kings edition here, and then in the Attitude Era pack, just from this one, you're going to get the Rock in 99, 98 King, which I'm so excited for that, and China 97. That's just playable superstars on your roster. In My Faction, your Evo cards, you're going to get Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rattlesnake, that's his new nickname, and The Rock, People's Champ. You're also going to be getting the Raw is War 98 arena. I'm excited for that. And then going into the Island, you're going to get the Undertaker Thumb Across the Neck and the Shawn Michaels DX Chop, as well as the Triple H Signature Taunt from the King of Kings edition. So a lot of cool stuff. I love the Attitude Era. I love having The Rock, Kane. I'm so excited for having an actual 98 Kane. That's going to be amazing. That might be worth $130 just there for me. So yeah, that's what you're getting. Again, 1 through 4, the season pass. I'm not sure how I feel about the DLC structure this year, but we're going to get into what that looks like a little later on after the Monday Night War edition, which is going to do $150. $150 for a yearly video game is a steep ask. So let's find out if that's going to be worth it to you. This is being marketed as the all-new Super Premium Edition. It's going to get you everything. Gives you again the week early, gives you the base game, Ringside Pass Premium seasons 1 through 6, so all 6 season passes, the 32,000 from King of Kings virtual currency. You're going to get the 200 My Superstar bonus points, 1,000 VC, Joe Hendry pack, anything in the King of Kings edition pack, and an Add-to-Air pack. But the Monday Night War pack is going to get you Shawn Michaels with this DX attire, Macho Man Randy Savage in 98, Roddy Piper 98, WCW Thunder 98, and the Island emo is the Diamond Dallas Page Bang, as well as the WrestleMania 42 pack, which is going to give you the WrestleMania 42 arena. And this comes out later in the summer because we don't know what the arena looks like, plus 3 My Faction Persona cards. Now, Persona cards are different than regular My Faction cards because there's like different versions, different attires of already characters in the game. So I believe last year it may be a Persona card of like Seth Rollins, the Shield, and you get that card, Seth Rollins, his Shield attire, his Shield theme, and that's going to be playable in any game mode. So this is essentially 3 new DLC characters as well as cards in My Faction. So if you're thinking I don't play My Faction, these are going to apply to just any game mode, online, universe mode, GM mode, whatever. You can use Persona cards for all of that. Getting into the Ringside passes, it says DLC gets an upgrade with more post-launch content than ever. The all-new Ringside Pass in 2K26 offers players an additional incentive to keep playing and earning XP across all game modes, excluding online lobbies. So this is all offline. I want you to imagine that this is a battle pass. This is when you're playing Fortnite, you put your $20 for battle pass, you have some free tiers, and you have some paid tiers. The free tiers, anyone gets. The paid tiers, the premium tiers are calling them, you only get those tiers if you bought the season pass. That's why the King of Kings gets you season 1. The Attitude Era gets you season 1 through 4. But if you bought the Monday Night War edition, you're going to get all 6 seasons. So it says there's going to be 60 free tiers. 40 premium tiers will be available to reward gameplay, so 100 tiers in general, with players who can reach tier 40 of the Ringside Pass premium season, able to unlock superstars, cosmetic and customization items, VC, My Faction, and the island content, and more. So essentially, let's say like last year they had Tyrese Halliburton, they had Shaq, they had Jalen Brunson as DLC characters. Instead of being like, okay, well, I don't know, May 8th, those days come out, or those characters come out, now it's going to be, okay, May 8th, we're starting Season 1. You play the game a lot, you earn XP, and at level 20, oh, now I unlock Jalen Brunson. At level 30, I get Shaq. At level 35, I'm going to get 5,000 virtual currency. I'm going to get a My Faction card. I'm going to get something for the island. That's what that's going to look like, but 100 tiers each season. Now, it does not say this in this little article here. I did find it on a different content creator. I forget what, I think I have it later on in the video. He said that the season passes never expire. That is huge for me. Nothing I hate more than when I play a game and I buy the season pass and life happens and I can't play it the way I want to or the amount I want to, and I lose the rewards. So I feel better about paying for a season pass that I'm going to have the entire year. I'm going to have 3 years from now to help try and unlock those cards. So I don't feel as bad about penning. I'm not sure how much it's going to cost. Each one, I'm going to maybe like $5-10. I would say probably $10 at a minimum. The $20 for premium. I have forever. To when I play it, I can get it. I'm not like time restricted. It does say that the Ringside Pass Premium replaces the previous DLC model, rewarding players with all new playable characters unavailable on the base game roster, including current superstars, legends, personas, and some unexpected names. I would not be shocked to see some TNA names in here. I would not be shocked to see AAA, or even someone, who came back like Matt Cardona. He could be in the game. 6 Ringside Pass seasons are planned to roll out throughout the year, with Ringside Pass Season 1 available at launch, featuring unlockable superstars and legends, previously available in the 2K Supercharger on the free tier. So it's cool they're only going to do 6, so if you get the Monday Night War, you're going to get every season pass for the rest of the content cycle of this year till 2K27 comes out. So you're set for the entire year, just a one-time payment of $150, you get everything. So that's how they're doing DLC. Going back now to the overall game with like the roster, it says 400 plus playable characters, including John Cena, Roman Reigns, Io Sky. You're expecting these people. Rollins, Eddie Guerrero, Liv Morgan, Penta, Charlotte Flair, Randy Orton, but New additions: Rey Fenix, Rusev, Blake Monroe. There's obviously going to be a lot more than that. You have 400 characters. They've only announced about 106, I believe, with 7 new characters. Like I said, Rey Fenix, Rusev, Blake Monroe. There's Miles Bourne. There's Ricky Saints. There's Zarya. I believe there's one more I'm missing, but you're going to have a lot more of that. I expect at least probably 50 new characters to the game. So that's the roster. I'm very excited for it. We have some screenshots here. Pre-order bonus and additions. All right, talk about that. But let's get into what the game is. It's the features of the game. I don't care about the roster. We already talked about that. I don't care about, the DLC. I want to know what I'm going to get day one when I pay my hard-earned money for this game. Showcase mode. Punked. The 2K26 showcase mode will be dedicated to the career of CM Punk. Love it. I love having a CM Punk career mode. But what they do is going to be something differently. So it says CM Punk jumps through time to relive incredible moments from his career, narrated by himself. Players will relive iconic matches and battle against legends in fantasy warfare. So it's not just CM Punk's old matches. It's also going to be legends that he never had a chance to take on. So it could be, like Stone Cold, some what if. So it says, as previously seen in 2K25, the 2K26 showcase will include a what if change history section featuring hypothetical matches that could have taken place if CM Punk never left WWE in 2014. In addition, be matches or a create history section showcasing dream matches that CM Punk never had the opportunity to complete during his WWE run. So we're going to have someone like, if he didn't leave in 2014, it could have been, I'm not saying it's going to be in here, but like a Dean Ambrose, it could have been like a Cesaro, it could have been someone like, their Baron Corbin, stuff from like between 2014 and 2021, where we came back 2022. That he never had a chance to do. As well, Fantasy Warfare, Stone Cold, you got Shawn Michaels, all the old ones, and then create history, some other people he didn't get to showcase throughout his career, not just between 2014 and when he came back. So that's the showcase mode. Showcase mode is always very fun, so I'm excited to see CM Punk in that. The new match types, you got 4 new match types. We got I Quit match, Inferno match, 3 Stages of Hell, and Dumpster match. The 3 Stages of Hell match was last featured in SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. The match consists of 3 consecutive stipulations and has recently been used with Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre for the championship on SmackDown, in which Drew McIntyre won. I have a picture later on the video showing how you will choose it. So be like, all right, first fall is a submission match. Second fall, as soon as that match is over, you start a steel cage match. Third match is going to be a, Extreme Rules match. So I'm very excited for 3 Stages of Hell. I think it's going to be so fun. The I Quit match is coming back after 13 years. It was last in 2K14, which is weird. That's the first WWE game. It allows players to relive iconic I Quit matches, such as John Cena and Randy Orton, or John Cena and Batista. Next, also was in 2K14, that was the Inferno match. Pretty much the side of the ring, they're all on fire, and you can throw your opponent into the fire and win the match. Or I think you also win by pinfall or submission in the middle of the ring. But here's Kane. This is more like 2012 Kane taking on, looks like Undertaker there. Now, there also is the Dumpster match. This is completely new. I have a screenshot later in the video. It's going to work a lot like casket matches, and it's going to kind of say the same thing, just instead of a casket, putting them in a dumpster. Creation Suite. I'm not big on using the Creation Suite myself. I don't like to create a lot of characters, but there's some amazing work out there, and I think if you're one who likes using the Creation Suite, you're going to love this game, because you're going to take the creation slot and double it. So you used to only have 100 Creative Superstars save slots per game, or per your entire save. Now you have 200 Creative Superstars, which I think is going to be amazing. Plus, you have a double image capacity of 2,000. Last year, you could only upgrade or upload 1,000 images. Now you can do 2,000, as well as deeper body and face morphing tools, 2-tone hair color, which is actually going to be, that was the teaser. On the first teaser had like a 2-toned wig. Now you have 2-tone hair color blending, giving players more freedom to create the superstars, arenas, and more creations of their dreams. Another feature in the game is My GM mode. It says more shows, more superstars per match. New intergender matches, 5, 6, and 8-man matches, plus supports for more match types than ever before. It vastly increases the number of people, or number of possible matches and outcomes. More shows per season pose new management challenges in 2K strategic brand management simulation mode. I love GM mode. That's what the SmackDown vs. Raws were known for. I think they've done a very good job of bringing them back to the modern day games. It's taken some time to get there. Like when they first came back, it was okay. We're still missing some features, but with more shows, more superstars, different matches, hopefully it should answer a lot of questions and also make the mode a lot better. My Rise, that is your single player create a superstar campaign mode. New theme with increased replay value. Players define their My Superstars journey through 2 new division-based storylines where villainous or heroic decisions impact my players like never before. Players can now keep playing even after the main stories are complete with more unlockable content and achievements to earn for increased replayability. Almost for like a new game plus mode, but essentially create a player, you want to be a heel, you want to be a good guy, and go through a story that they're going to create. Universe mode, this is where I spent all my time. This is a huge feature for me. It says the draft is here. The WWE draft comes to WWE 2K Sandbox Mode Universe Mode, where players create their own universe and control match outcomes. Other new introductions besides the draft include a new universe creation wizard, I'm excited to see what that is, watch show mode, improved Money in the Bank cash-ins, and additional promo types. Cash-ins have been absolutely awful for years and years and years. I can never get into work, so I'm very excited to see how that's going to be improved. I feel like Money in the Bank is kind of a waste, because I kind of have to like cash in at the end of a show. I want to cash in during a match. I want to cash in at the end of a match. I'm already, damaged. New promo types should be cool as well, so I'm very excited to see what universe mode is going to get changed, what's going to get different about it. The Island. The Island was their newest mode last year that featured all about Roman Reigns. It's kind of another, like, it's like you play NBA 2K. It's like the My Park. It's like the, is it My World now? I'm not sure what it is. My City, where you go on an online lobby with anyone else's custom superstars and you try to level up, upgrade attributes, and you just kind of to battle back and forth. It says, the new storyline and environment available on all platforms. 2K's WWE themed world is now bigger and more social than ever, and it's available for the first time on PC. It is not last year. Players will choose one of 3 factions and battle for control of a revamped progression system. The new scrappy yard brawl environment, fresh towers, new shops, branded gear, and expanded My Superstar builder with face photos importing, plus upgraded quests complete with superstar voiceovers, cutscenes, and dialogue screens, enhancing immersive experience. I might check it out this year. I used a little of it last year. I just wasn't really too much into it, but with more expansion, more PC stuff, more shops, I think it could be very fun. My faction is essentially Ultimate Team. This is going to be where you're trying to collect cards, build a roster, and upgrade those cards to get the best cards available, and then use those cards to take on people online and try and win. You win, you get currency, and it keeps going and going and going. It says chemistry is key. The collectible card battle mode is back with new intergender lineups, which is cool, and quick swap matches. Players collect new card designs and boost their performance with the new faction chemistry and run-in support. New themed card packs and goals will continue to roll out regularly throughout the year with seasonal content refreshes. Again, I might check it out this year. I've done in the past. I'd never really hated my time with it. I always like Ultimate Team and like Madden or college football or even 2K, like NBA 2K. So the actual like WWE My Faction never really like hit for me, but I'm always willing to give it another chance. Here we have the ringside passes. We already talked about all of that. Gameplay upgrades. Here we go. The ability to stack tables on top of each other has returned, and I'll see a video of that or a picture of that later, I believe. Essentially, get a table, put another table on top of it, you go through 2 tables. I think it's awesome. Shopping cart, it's been adding as a weapon. I do have a picture of that later with Stone Cold and Booker T. You'll have to see that. Thumbtacks have been added as weapons. Their only previous appearance in the main series in the Nintendo Wii version of SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. They also were in Legends WrestleMania. So we have never had in just like a regular SmackDown vs. Raw, never in a WWE like 13, never in any 2K game have we had thumbtacks. I'm so excited for that. It's going to really increase hardcore modes, extreme rules matches, just giving that extra feel of like, man, there's thumbtacks and they're going to stick in your opponent and of course cause some blood. So I'm super excited for that. Larger interactive environments offer new but familiar ways to punish opponents. We're talking like, like tables, we're talking announce tables, barricades, ring steps. We have, when you go to the outside area and there's like trash cans and, the barriers, so much there. Upgraded physics interactions make the action feel more dynamic and dangerous. We'll talk about that a little bit later with like ragdoll based physics. Should be really cool. Interactive entrances and the addition of Booker T and Wade Barrett, so new commentary team, further refine the audio-visual presentation. Some information on that, you should be able to come out and do an entrance, and you get control with like different buttons. You can do a heel move here. You can do a face move here. You can trigger pyro with this button. Last year they added the ability to like have a camera and change it around and move it how you really want to. But now you get to really like it says, interact with the entrance and make it exactly what you would like. I'm so excited for that. New motion-based Nintendo Switch 2 features. As we just talked about on the channel, it is coming out in the Switch 2, not the Switch 1, and it are ditching last gen. No PS4, no Xbox One, only the next, or I guess current gen consoles. WWE 2K26 on the Switch 2 will offer several additional features made possible through Switch 2's unique hardware, including touchscreen and mouse support, plus game share and game chat support for single Joy-Con gameplay, and the ability to use mouse controls in Creation Suite for face and body painting. Also have image uploader and cross-platform community creations. Super excited for that. Now, that's all the details on the game, except for a couple little later on, but let's get into the actual screenshots, what you're here for. Starting off, we have Alexa Bliss here. This is her reaching for the Money in the Bank. I mean, she looks great. The Money in the Bank looks great. Just overall, I like the lighting of it. I'm excited to get some ladder matches. I think it looks good. Next one, we have Finn Balor. I love Finn Balor. A little bit later on, some thumbtacks, but you know, he got his heel gear. It's got the little yellow on the pants. Like it's like a snake skin kind of attire. I like it. I like the black leather jacket. I like the beard. The model looks good. And again, these screenshots you're looking at a video of me screen recording a screenshot on Twitter. When you get the game and you play it yourself, it's going to be completely different from looking at it right here on my screen. So keep that in mind. If you think, oh, it looks blurry, oh, it doesn't look as good, it's not gonna be a huge upgrade. I'm telling you, with only going from last gen and new gen to now current gen only, I think it's gonna be great. So stay tuned for that. This is what the create a character screen looks like. You have your actual superstars over here, which looks a little more detailed, some new poses, as well as what buttons you can do here. So nothing's really too much changed, but still cool to see it. This was the match I talked about earlier, Stone Cold and Booker T, a young Booker T, with the new shopping cart weapon. So you kind of just take them, put them in there, and I guess you can run them around and then, launch them out. So I'm excited for that. This was 3 Stages of Hell. This is what I'm telling you about. This was the iconic Shawn Michaels and Triple H, I think SummerSlam 2002. Call me if I'm wrong on that. But you get to choose which stage each one is. They have a table match, you do a submission match, you do an ambulance match, and you have to win 2 out of the 3. So if you win table and submission, you don't get a third fall. You've already won. But when you go to click on like play and which mode, and you choose 3 Stages of Hell, this is what the actual like mode is going to look like when you get to choose what you want to do. And it's cool that ambulance is cool in there for a stage. I thought they were going to restrict which matches you could do for stages, for which Stage of Hell, but I think they're actually going to do pretty well on it. This is some other screenshots. We have the Survivor Series War Games in San Diego. War Games is always tough because you have 2 rings together and you have the people using my mouse over here and the cages up here and then off screen over here. But I think it always looks really good. The nice sleek black with the yellow on the sides here. Some other images include, this looks like the say Raw Underground, but the NXT Underground, there's no ropes, it's just you just fight, you don't off the ring. This is a tournament mode. This is the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. We've had tournaments like this in the past. Nothing's really changed. You choose your tag teams or a single wrestler for a single tag or single tournament. Choose them all, play them all, and you get different selections. Like if you want damage to carry over. So still some stuff there. Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart, you have them there. Bubba Ray Dudley, you have the ladder, you have the table, you have the WWE live event arena, so that's pretty cool to see. But this is what we're saying, you have one table here, you can go and get a second table and just stack it on top of there, and then do moves, do a 3D through the 2 tables, do off the ladder through the 2 tables. I'm really excited to see that coming back in the game. It's always been very fun. We have the Kabuki Warriors, we have Asuka and Kairi Sane making their entrance there. We got Devon Dudley, there we go, getting a table. Infamous Devon get the tables. I like seeing the old scratch logos too. Looks like the old Raw arena. Maybe they're all like 98. Nitro, we have Bret Hart. I'm blanking on who, I can't really tell who that is off of the, this is the arena, but the sharpshooter. Very nice of the entrance here. Especially when you have the camera change the entrance style, the ramp camera. I think it's going to look sick. And now this one, let me actually close out here. We have Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre at Saturday Night's Main Event. Cool to have that in the game. Looks like they're in a steel cage match right there. Kevin Owens actually looks really good in this one here. You have the Minute Maid logo here and stickers, but this is when you do a special guest referee match. You can have the option to put them in the actual referee attire or just in your normal attire, but I like seeing Kevin Owens there. It's a good little model there. This is the Royal Rumble Indianapolis. I actually was at this event, so that's pretty cool, watching Jey Uso in, boo, but nice to see the logos. I mean, I loved being there, so this is cool to see that. And then we have Jade Cargill picking up Nia Jax. Looks at the My Faction arena right there. So another arena added to the thing, added to the game. Here is Io Sky hitting a moonsault on Becky Lynch. It means what she's been wearing. This is her attire from like last year's game, year before. Not much really changed in that attire. We have Trick Williams with a shovel. I'm not sure which arena. This might be the regular NXT arena. I'm guessing so with the NXT there. But shovel as a weapon might be a little update of a shovel. We have Sheamus as well as Kevin Owens here. I always like looking at the shirts and seeing what superstars are going to be in the game based on what shirts are in the game. I'll make some videos on that later on. But this looks like maybe like a last man standing match. He's counting to 4. See when he's going to get up. And then, of course, there's that Alexa Bliss screenshot again. Here's the HUD for the actual game. When you're playing the game, this looks like an Iron Man match. Again, it's going to look so much better in the game. But we have Scott Steiner, 03, taking on Shawn Michaels, 05. Little thing, I hate when it says 05. Just give me Shawn Michaels. I don't need to see Shawn Michaels 05. But here's the kickout bar. It's really thin. It used to be like all the way up from like here or something last year. Same thing, you click right stick up to get in the red to kick out. But looks the same, but your star rating over here, the timer up here. We'll have to wait till we actually get more like actual gameplay tomorrow for the gameplay trailer. But that's what the HUD's gonna look like. And here's that close-up image of the Inferno match with Kane and The Undertaker. And here's for an I Quit match. You have Kurt Angle. I love this Eddie Guerrero attire. And you got him in the angle lock. And we have the microphone here. So the ref comes up, asks if you want to quit. You do a little mechanic in game to see if your character's going to give up. Here's a Hell in a Cell match. It looks like JBL and also Eddie Guerrero possibly. I'm glad. Get rid of the red Hell in a Cell. Get the old school Hell in a Cell. I like that. We still have a lot more screenshots. Don't worry. This is the start of the universe mode. This is the universe mode screenshot. Universe mode, like the main, like main menu. You have where you click on to do your universe. You have your superstars, tag teams, rivalries, calendar. Nothing's really changed except you have the draft right here. I want to see exactly what's going to be in there. There's no other details about what's in that draft mode or how they're going to do it. It'll come out later on, and of course I'll put it on the channel, but I'm excited to see this. And I really want to see rivalries expanded. They didn't talk about it, but I'm just hoping they're going to be expanded this year. WrestlePalooza. I was actually at this pay-per-view as well, so excited to see the little Saw image. I'm excited to have that in the game this year. Here's Thumbtacks. We have Roman Reigns with maybe Angelo Dawkins. He is going to get it with a... Oh, actually, sorry, that is a Braun Breaker. He hits him with like a teardrop suplex. We have Thumbtacks from the bag right here, already on the ground, and they will stick into him when it happens. And then here should be Finn Balor. Oh, wrong, Finn Balor. Here is CM Punk from the showcase mode. This is his old school CM Punk. The long hair. I'm guessing this is the CM Punk we're going to have with the possible Jeff Hardy ladder match in the showcase mode. I'm very excited for that. Now, here's Road Dogg. This is a dumpster match I'm talking about. Just looks like you put them in there. You have the mechanic of you're going to do it. You're spamming, you're mashing buttons to see if you're going to put them in there or not. So we're all in the dumpster. It's the exact same thing as a casket match. Just it looks like a dumpster now. Hopefully they have a little bit different things. There's the casket match. Talking about that. Here's something cool as well. This is like a new I feel like a spooky tower or something like that arena. It's a new place just to grapple and just to explore. There's Rey Mysterio in his LWO attire. We got Penta, who looks awesome as well. Same with Dominic Mysterio. I'm excited to try this out. I like their backstage exploring last year, so it should be fun. Here is a picture of My Rise, loading up into it. We have for GM mode, we have Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce, Ava, and Eric Bischoff. Of course, there's a selection screen. There's more things in there. And then for each person, you get a little chart, a little card. GM selection, this is backstage booking. Very fun. Hopefully, get some more managers in there. And then this is from My Faction. Here's your Obafemi Superstar Series 1 starter pack. This is a card you would get. You can try to level them up and give them side plates and paybacks. Again, I'm not too much into My Faction, but there is that. And then here again, looking a better angle at that backstage, or I guess the spooky arena. Last year's the backstage, that was awesome. But here we have what this is. It's like a Native American. I like Statue of Liberty, the color. We have another samurai up here. Just really cool disco ball. We have looks like I don't know what this is, like a beard. It looks awesome. I'm excited to go play that. But there's Penta throwing Dominic Mysterio off of it. There's that crazy superstar image again. Now this is awesome. In title matches, like in real life, we have the title podium officially going to be in the game, and you can go there and grab the championship off of the podium and use it as a weapon. So that's super realistic. I like seeing that a lot in the game. This one is that physics engine I was talking about. It says the physics engine has received a major update, including ragdoll-like animations for moves on weapons, barricades, edges, whatever. This also applies to normal moves, not just related to weapons. Thumbtacks, of course, also get stuck in the body. This could be huge. I love ragdoll. It's not always the most realistic, but it's so fun for a game. I don't need the most realistic game. I want to have fun, and ragdoll is super fun. So hearing this is gonna be so excited. Here's CM Punk from his entrance, which we did talk about later. We have already on the channel, I mean. Here's Liv Morgan. Now this one does not look the best with her face on there. It looks very like I'm looking at this on like the Wii. But again, I'm taking a screenshot, put on Twitter, screen recorded, so it's not going to be perfect quality. It'll be better when the game actually comes out. Here's Naomi. I think she looks great here. Atari looks awesome. And then last one would be, again, that Kane image with Undertaker. We see it like 3 times now. There's the thumbtacks again. There's long hair CM Punk. Here's some Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins with his cool glasses. And I believe someone said this purple gear here was from Elimination Chamber like 2025. Could be wrong with that one, though. Here's a better look at that gear right there. Here's Randy Orton. Looks awesome as well. I love the shadows with the lighting. That was great. Of course, I mean, it's like iconic Randy Orton pose. Roman Reigns, he has to have one of the best models in the game every year. It's like in his contract. He has to be the best looking superstar, and of course, he always looks great. Here's a look at the Vision. You have Bronson Reed, you have Braun Breaker with Paul Heyman. You have the Vision, the background with the logo, like the little matching gold. I think it looks good. Definitely gonna tag team I use in like my universe mode. So I'm excited to see if they have anything with like Theory. If Austin Theory is going to be updated, if Logan Paul's gonna be in there, if I add it on there. I think it might be a little too late for the cutoff to add Logan Paul and have like an actual entrance. But November is typically past the cutoff date. Typically, they stop the cutoff at SummerSlam. They give them, just to work for the rest of the year on the game. So having a Theory with this new like shaved head and Vision look might not make it in the game, but hopefully like a DLC or like an update they can put him in there. Now here's Rhea Ripley, everyone's favorite Rhea Ripley, probably my most used female wrestler. We have Stephanie McCare, also one of my most used female wrestlers, and then Io Sky is just awesome as always. How could you not like them? They all look so good. Images are such good quality there. Here's your pre-order bonus of Joe Hendry. And of course, you believe in Joe Hendry. You do this little side-to-side wave. That's also going to be this little turnaround he does. I believe Joe Hendry. He turns around. That's your My Island emote you're going to get. And the last thing we had to look at is, again, this screenshot of Dominic Mysterio and Penta. I didn't even point out last time because there's a box you can climb on here. There's tables. There's cinder blocks. Looks like a 2x4. Here's this big skeleton thing here. The ring down there. It should be very fun. Looks like another dumpster you can get into and maybe climb up on. Very excited for this. Now, that's all the information we have on today. If there's anything you have any questions on, please let me know in the comment section below. That's what I'm here for. If I know any information, I want to give it to you. So any questions, let me know in that comment section below. Also, some of you listened to this entire 30-minute video. Thank you so much. I'd appreciate all support. And if you made it here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. I was not a part of any sort of creator, going with the developers and going to an event here. I haven't done any of that. I would love to one day. So if you want to have me on my dreams and my little goals, and you again just like to step in on all wrestling content, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next video.